Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is the mayor of Fitchburg, Aaron Richardson. Aaron, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you doing, Jeremy?
Hey, I'm doing good now that you're here, boss. And let's get right into this. We have a good relationship. Do you know that? For folks who don't know, we just go back and forth all the time. So, boss, tell us a little bit about where we're at with kind of an update on the city right now. From behind the scenes, things are moving along here internally. So if you could share just a kind of a quick update on that front.
Yeah, we're slowly opening more things up. Phase two started, today is Monday. This is when we're recording this anyway. And you'll see restaurants are going to 50% capacity. You see parks are going to be open now. We're meeting to figure out something like the bathroom shelters and the restrooms primarily, because we want to make sure that we can clean those, and we want to do that a couple times a day. So we're trying to figure that piece out, but expect those to be open fairly soon anyway. Water fountains, those are all things that will be opening up. Some of the water fountains in the park do have the bottle fill option. So I do recommend you do that if you do have a bottle with you and you can bring it with you. I know that McGaw Park has one. I think McKee Park has one. I'm not sure which other ones do, but that's just a good practice to prevent some of the other contamination potential. Not to say that there will be.
Right. Yeah. And, we've seen while these things are opening up in phase two, including the parks. So parks, the playgrounds and whatnot opening up. That doesn't mean that our staff are going to be able to get out there and clean, over and over and over again. It's just it's not realistic. So what goals or safety tips or both could you provide us as far as taking your kids out to these places?
I think that one is to make sure you're social distancing. If there are other people there, is there a way to keep your kids somewhat apart, which is hard because they're kids and they like other kids and they want to play with them. And that's part of the reason why playgrounds haven't been opened up to this point. Bring sanitizer, make sure that you're washing their hands and, sanitize what you can. But I think the big thing is just, being safe as possible. And it's sad because you want to make new friends and be friendly to other kids there, but kids don't know personal space. They like to get right up next to you.
And yeah, you are a substitute teacher, so kids. I'm just saying, just putting that out there that the mayor is up on that front. Aaron, we've been hurt from the businesses side too, and they get to open up a little bit more in this phase two as well. From your standpoint, you got to be excited, certainly, but any advice out there for the businesses here in the city?
I think that there's some businesses, especially restaurants, that weren't opening before because they could only open at 25% capacity, and they just said it's not worth the effort. So we'll see, I would hope most, if not all, businesses open now, especially those restaurants. We do have a program in place for restaurants that have outdoor seating or even don't have outdoor seating. If they want to add it, at least through Labor Day, that they can do that. We've got a couple of businesses that have already gotten approved to expand their outdoor seating to patios in Hatchery Hill, kind of by like Pick and Save off the Shatchie Road. And then also me and Julio, also off the Shatchie Road, has an expanded outdoor area that they're going to have as well. So there's two that have already been approved. I think others are coming in and wanting to do that. And so it's just a way to let them kind of increase their capacity that's outdoors and it's a little safer. And, I ate outdoors at Benvenuto's a week ago, and that was great. They had all tables spaced out and it felt really comfortable to be outside. Staff were wearing face masks, so it was really nice.
Yeah, it's nice to get back to that, into the new normal, if you want to call it a new normal, whatever buzzword goes there, but glad to have that front. Aaron, as we continue to move on, I think we hear from public health is just to, keep the pace and, keep using those simple things of social distancing. Final question here is just any words of advice as far as sticking it out. We've done a great job so far. And we're still hearing about cases coming from unknown sources, so it's still in that community spread phase. So as you kind of wrap up here, your crystal ball going into the future here. What advice would you have?
Just keep doing the things that you've been doing. Even though things are opening up more, that doesn't mean that you can get more relaxed in some of those preventive measures. Wear face masks when possible, especially when you're going to places where there's crowds. Something like a grocery store, I always wear a mask just because a lot of people go in and out of there. So continue to be safe, continue to get outside, get exercise and have friends over to hang out in your driveway. Maybe you don't want them to come inside, even though you can, and that's fine. But stay outside. We've had some great weather lately. It really makes it a great opportunity for you to connect with those people. Things like the library, those are going to be opening up more and more. You can do curbside pickup, and I know they're looking at early July, possibly opening the building. So we'll know more in the next couple of weeks. But we're going to continue to go on that track. But the way we can do that is continuing to have people be healthy and not having big flare-ups. And that means you need to continue to be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. As a staff here, we're all gearing up for opening here in early July for City Hall. So excited for that. But just slow and steady wins the race, and I think that it can apply to this one for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much for your time. We'll be checking back with you real soon. We're getting into budget time now, Aaron, getting all the fun things.
Well, now people know why you're actually really nice to me, because budget season is here.
I may or may not have a presentation coming up. I'll see you there. No, Aaron, thank you so much for the time as always. I appreciate it. And we'll check back in with you a little bit later this month.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right, that is your mayor of Fitchburg, Aaron Richardson, and staff working hard here to get things back open as we can, and more to come here in the future. We'll take a quick break. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.